asking. All right. And what are your intentions with these crewmen? Oh God, I do not know.
Keep in mind, we're not threatening to board you. We're asking. The distinction is rather important.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? I will not murder a man in cold blood. You will have to kill us all first. You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Thank you for letting us go. This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies.
So you're the fleet's new dog, huh? If you ever get to the key, you better sleep with one eye open and 2 pistols loaded.
Time to get this ship moving.
for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. You know what? I have no idea, and it's frustrating the hell out of me. I suppose I could have pissed off someone I screwed over in the past, but there's been so many, I've lost count. Mercenaries. Guns for hire that shoot their own parents if they were paid enough. I'll tell you, we do a hell of a lot of dirty work in the Crimson Fleet, but we'd never sell away our souls like an ecliptic merc does. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear? Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Well, we're in. I hope you know what you're doing.
It's funny. I bet I've spent more time exploring the Martian surface than roaming around Sidonia itself.
We're asking, need some work done? I'm sure you can find something you like. Sure, have at it.
Commander Ikande wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on the I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
My family's all in the UC Navy, but being SysDef, I got bragging rights.
Orders came down. Some new science division policy.
We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's something we're looking into, but it doesn't seem like he knows much. He might be better served as bait. For now, we'll keep him in the brig. Perhaps you could pay. That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means just remember not to lose.
I'll do my part to make certain that doesn't happen, Commander.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have coming to her rescue. They are mercenaries for hire. If they are paid enough, it wasn't terribly difficult to convince them to attack and... Let them remember. They have no idea who actually hired them. I'd suggest you spend less time worrying about us and more time being... On that note, how did things go with Neva? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like... Now it's time for the next phase.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with...
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get... The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats. She's a force to be reckoned with. Yes, you pass your first... But before we get too confident, that either means she's just remember, these are
and their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? The Vigilance is equipped with one of the most advanced intelligence. You can rest assured, if the Crimson Fleet, as long as you're here, where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated...
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding... Keep up the good work. We'll expect...
Wager going over whether the fleet would let you in or leave you for dead. And, unless you're a zombie, I owe the ops team lunch.
How many pirates does it take to screw a light bulb?
Like 100?
One. It only takes one pirate to screw everything. Heard the Regana made it to port with 0 casualties. Nicely done.
First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
Sometimes we'll take the long-range fighters out for grav jump and patrol high-traffic orbitals for fleet. Hey.
I could have joined any division in the UC Navy. I chose systems.
Maintenance crews are the unsung heroes of the Vigilance. Ensign Betty does a ton of work keeping things shipshape.
We hunt piracy all across the galaxy.
Hello.
God.
Commencing attack.
Hello.
I miss the son of Jamison. Once I get time off.
Ready to launch.
Need a hand with something?
on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K. You got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new work.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
See if they've got any weapons. Or ammo.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood. Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station. Might look a little beat up on the outside. Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before... Don't worry. Doga... You think? And that's only part of it. But I can give you the short version while we walk.
Story time? How delightful.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh? Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort. It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work? The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady... I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access... Oh, you know, smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should... If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to...
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Those mission boards aren't going to clear themselves. Very. You'll get a location. We don't care how you get caught. I'm constantly scanning for You'll be given a target ship transport. Just be sure you have the cargo space. We have contacts throughout the settled systems that... Smuggling requires a bit... If you want to make that delivery without getting caught. Speak to Jazz about that. She'll be more... You don't know? Well... Shielded cargo space, it's made to fool the UC and Freestar Ranger scan. Good, because If you need credits, you know where to find me.
Need something? Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a pirate ship with no personality. That last job didn't pan out. I need something bigger. Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it. I always thought heat leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to raise one as a pet. Imagine having your own pteromoth. Gotta make sure to train every day. Bad aim and bad health will get you killed.
If you got any spare creds or just need to unload some junk, head to the depot.
You're still standing. Can't be that bad.
Don't make me an accessory to your crimes.
First time visiting the infirmary, huh? Let me give you a piece of advice. Try not to get into too many bar fights. I'm trying to save my dwindling I've done my time, but thanks to a malpractice suit, I've officially... Don't let that worry you. I'm still just as good, if not better, than half the surgeons at the clinic. That's what they all say, until they stumble in bleeding out on my floor. So here's what's what. You need med packs, curatives, preventatives, I've got you. You need enhancers, legal or... really? In the fleet, someone has to do it, so it may as well be me. This way, I've got a good idea of who's on... If they come in for any real medical treatment... Hopefully, that won't be... Now, if you don't need anything else, I've got it... You'd think most of the injuries I treat are from run-ins with security, but I'd say at least half are just life on the key. Brawls, egos, and at least it keeps me busy. Well, let's see what we're dealing with. If you're trying to score free painkillers, think again. I suppose I can... Now there's an offer I didn't expect. If you really want to help, I'm looking for someone who can as in someone who knows how to get the job done. That's not going to help. That ship was full of things like cots, flu shots, and children's... And I can't exactly plug a bullet wound with an... Well, you'd be one of the... I politely requested a list of supplies from Gennady Aton at the clinic. I think he's back on Aurora, and he's upcharging me to pay for it. And if there's one thing, I want you to make sure he delivers my supplies for the price we... Oh, we will. But this way, I'm guaranteed the highest quality supplies from one of... Plus, if Gennady does what he's supposed to do... We'll see. Talk is one. A bullshit one, yeah? Gennady claims prices have gone up for the clinic as a... He says if I want cheaper goods, I'm going to have to... But I'm not turning to some third-rate doc selling meds out of their space truck. Oh yeah. The funny thing is, he's the poster boy for up top of the class at nursing school, did volunteer work in Backwater. Nobody knows he did it all zoned out of his mind. Nobody except... He said he got clean when he joined the clinic. Be careful. I don't have endless supplies, you know.
Been hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back. If I ever find that bastard, the things I do to them.
Don't even try to rip me off. I know value when I see it.
Rook?
Trade Authority takes anything and everything. What'll it be, friend? Buying, selling? The Trade Authority? Yeah, like you don't know. Oh, you really don't know, do you? To the public, we promote free trade throughout the galaxy. You see, Freestar Independent. To you and your friends here, same rules still apply. Well, a well-kept appearance gives the impression of a respect. The more respectable the place, the fleet's got an impressive commerce. They even managed a legitimate business on the Key is like no other. It's the sole reason. It's the mutual benefit. The Trade Authority buys any goods of value. We don't care how you got it, only that it's the fastest way to turn your hard-earned loot into legitimate credit. So, naturally, it made sense to establish a presence here. I'd say it's been about 10 years now since it felt a little extreme at the time, but I can... Not everyone thinks so. There are a few, Neva included. Regardless, as long as the fleet has goods to push, the trader... I left a similar lifestyle behind when I joined. A lot of the Rooks here see freedom and lawlessness, but that's true freedom is not having a bounty on your head. Let's just say I've done my fair. With the credits I amassed, I gave the Trade Authority a sizable. So, I hope you're not low on credit. You find anything of value, bring it here first.
I used to work for a megacorp. Or a monkey suit. Seems like a different time.
My prices may be high, but these goods ain't exactly easy to find. I was raised fleet. My mama joined up when I was 12. She was a first class. We'd always lived comfortably, but she took the offer. She figured if anything ever happened to her. Hell no. The two things I don't want in this life? A real boss and customers that I can't shoot in the face. Del lets me do what I want to here, as long as he knows I'm loyal to the fleet. I sell what I want, I work when I want, I do what I want. It's been non-stop. Even as a kid, I was helping distract security. It's amazing how just having a child aboard, especially one as cute. Between my mama and the fleet, I can talk my way out of anything. And use real-life skills, if you... I sell a little bit of everything, but only if it's hard. Neuroamps, a few unique resources, maybe a specialized weapon or two. Anything that's rare and it... Haha, now you're speaking my language. Don't be a stranger.
Bogged grog is fine if you like cheap moonshine. Give me an Erdebrow lager and I'm good.
I heard Iswa's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side.
Looking to make quick work of your enemies?
Pickpocketing is a crime. Or have you forgotten?
Kinetics, electromags,
Well. Neva's new hotshot. Everyone always... Take a look around, genius. But just in case I need to spell it out for you... Hey, if you want to pour credits into my pocket, I carry most of the standard hardware. Occasionally, I stock a few. Just don't screw me over or I'll be in... Not being intimidated. A little advice, Sadiqi? You bleed for the fleet. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying or getting... Ah, please, I don't... All I care about is separating you. I'd argue Boggs got me beat as far as customer base goes. But when it comes to profit, a good gun's what makes all the difference out there some... Take your pick. Done here? Fine by me.
Now you buy from me, you can look good and protect your ass at the same time. It's a twofer. The right protective gear can make all the difference. What, me? Nah, not anymore. I mean, my friends like to say I'd have better luck talking to someone. Yep, my talents are best suited for making protective gear. Well, only the best tactical gear to protect your ass this side of the galley. Metal plated for when you're up against bullets. All made by yours truly, of course. Well, only the best protected... Stay safe out there.
Every captain here's earned their stripes, bleeding for the fleet.
Sharks are too scared to take the key, because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Too many missions, not enough time.
Here to upgrade that ship of yours?
We call UCC staff sharks, but to the fleet, they're just bait.
I'm only stationed on the key until the heat dies down. Then it's back to raiding and pillaging.
We may not have official security of the key.
So, looks like we got ourselves... Once again, I'm Jazz. resident engineer. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas. She may be a little rough around the edges. There's no one better. Neva's the only one who calls me that, amongst other things. To you and everyone else, it's... Well, it did when I first got here. Most of these folks are... Today, the key's about as safe as any other UC station. Just with a help, I can guarantee your ship will be in good. We got the best selection in the settled systems. No. You buy from me. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar ring. Just let me know when you want to talk. Truth is, of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after... Serious enough that you don't have a chance and... Neva's got a fire in her. She doesn't half-ass a damn thing. No, but just remember. And I need your cash. It's a match made in heaven. Ship services? You need all business and... Sounds like fun. Let's see what I... Anything ship-related, you're at the right place. If you've got the credits... All right,
you
You've got stuff to smuggle. I don't mind helping. Oh, yeah. Anything ship-related? Sure. It's not... Sure. Let me...
Credits. Hit up the mission boards at the core.
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any problems.
Ah, there's our
dirty money.
UC will never crush the fleet. They'd have to catch us first.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
Better get a move on before Dale sees you slacking.
Nothing like the smell of a dead shark after you cook him with an energy blast.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. If dealing with the Ragana was at the limit of your capabilities, then you have a serious problem on your hands. You are already in too deep to quit. And I can promise you, it only gets more difficult from here. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Of course we have rules. If you think the Crimson Fleet was built on a lawless dream, think our influence, our money, our respect comes from... That is why you need to learn... Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going...
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And...
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. What? Were you expecting a goddamn graduation ceremony? Make no mistake, you are being tested all the time. And Neva? Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location? Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to... This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for... It has been frustrating, being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison... Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up... Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crixus Legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of work. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording. And not a lot of facts.
When we get our hands on Crixus Legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more... You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those Listen to the words that I am saying. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work.
Though the idea of the legacy has probably been blown a bit out of...
Exactly. Okay, enough. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed... Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook.
Venus?
Always ask for a bigger cut. It's all about making those credits.
You check out the Reckoner's core. She's a beaut, ain't she?
I don't know about you, but I think the welcome sign really lends itself to the alluring charm of this.
Yeah.
I don't trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship just in case.
If I had a Birion crest, I'd run my own city, like Bayou. Except in my town.
About time you got here.
I told you were wasting your time, Del.
I'm not taking anyone's side at anything. All I am doing is watching the both of you, and waiting for one of you to do something stupid so I can put you on the ground. That is why we're here. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Fine.
All right, listen up, because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. Before he touched off the riots, Crick spent time... If he cooked up any sort of a plan about his leg... Oh, I don't know. I was really hoping for it. Do I have to spell everything out? Look for data slates, notes, terminal... If that was supposed to be a joke, I am not laughing.
Don't worry about laughing, Delgado. It'll be a goddamn laugh riot when I split open his head with a crowbar.
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then when you're on a job, you do it. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice bar.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Oh, very nice. I'll just remain here and soak in the planet's lovely winter-like atmosphere until I go hypothermic.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
mess with me!
I'm going for it! Go, go! I'm coming!
I'm back.
I got it! That should be worth a few shares.
Here we are. The place where Jasper Griggs laid the groundwork for finding the legacy and eventually the Crimson Fleet. The Lock. Around 5 years. Rumor says he started planning his escape the moment that he arrived.
Yeah, he needs to get this thing open, like, right now. It's freezing out here.
Then crank up your suit heat, Mathis, because it's probably not going to get much better once we are inside. All right, let's keep moving. Standing out here isn't doing us any good. This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off. We are in. Let's go. First time I have been inside this part of the lock, so keep your eyes open. See anything unusual, call it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Could be simple.
How many people did the UC stick down here, Dal?
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much, but it was better than trying to survive on the surface.
Much better. Even with the heating on, this place is fucking going down.
Why the prisoners got fed up and put the bricks to make them out of here.
And that's how the Crimson Fleet began. Yeah, we've all heard the story.
It's not a story, Mathis. It's history. Remember that. This must be where they registered the prisoners before transferring them to a cell block. Could you imagine being stuck under a ton of ice like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you hear that?
Wait, what was that?
be a nest. I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, and their buddies probably heard us firing from about 1 kilometer away. Hallelujah. Think about it, genius. We just unleashed hell on these things. You have any idea how far the sound of gunfire carries? Especially on a barren ice ball like this? If we weren't on this job with Delgado, I'd drop you for saying that.
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you at the same time. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down tight. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of these doors open?
This is just great. The hell are we supposed to do now? The plan? Let's face it, we're on... You think he rigged that collapse on... I get that we're down here trying to prove ourselves. But why? Because that's what his loyal little soul... The hell with that. We used this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some... Yeah, we're doing this. Or maybe we should wait until the next time we're on an alien world, and separated from We bide our time. And when the moment's right, even the almighty Delgado... I had a feeling you'd be... Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves. Hell no. Come on, we both know anything we find here about the legacy is going to be... If Neva wants to spend the rest of her life chasing ghosts, let her! No way. Listen to me. I mean, come on. I'll bet you a month's shit. Are you crazy? I'm no rat for Delgado. And in case you missed it, that icefall trapped both of us in here. Playing it safe, huh? But you better have me back when I make me move. Now, let's find a... I guess that's one way through. QC must have burned some serious cash when they lost this place. Serves them right.
Is anyone up there? Can either of you hear me? Hello? Hello? Use the intercom up there if you can.
What would we give for a space
Damn
here
it.
in the hot cup
Is anyone
of
there?
right now?
Waiting to hear back. Answer if you can. Crap. Is this thing even on? Come on, we need these doors open. So the two of you made it, huh? Don't worry, it all goes downhill from here. We have obviously been cut off, so I need you to do first. I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of it. And second, try and dig up whatever you can about... I'll make it easy for you. If you find anything that says, this really isn't that deep. Dios mío. Do I have to explain? You are standing in the control room for this part of the facility. Look for a switch. Yeah? You'd better. And tell Mathis not to get any brighter.
Look at this dump.
Attention. Lockdown mode has been rescinded.
a bit of imagination. So have you thought about what I've said? Yeah, well, too bad. We're talking, so spit it out. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, they've probably ripped him to shreds by now. Did the job for us. And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have to get our hands a little dirty. Wouldn't be the first time, am I right? You didn't see. Those aliens were tearing through them like tissue paper. It saved us a hell of a... You got a point. All right, I'll follow your lead for now. So, now that we've made it to the guard tower, what's our next move, genius? Been in a few slams yourself, I see. Okay. Can you imagine how angry the prisoners were when they rioted? I would hate to have been one of the guards. old D03118. Okay. It's a place to start, I guess. There's got to be a way out of this goddamn place. Ever again. Here I thought we were going to be doing something fun, like rob a bank or something. How can these things live in this kind of cold? That's bullshit. aren't paying us enough to be poking through this scrap heap. Can't believe this is where the fleet started. It's history, man. Blows me mind. You hear that? Ah, never mind. This place is starting to get to me. am never putting ice in me drinks. Ever again. Wanted out of the place. What the hell are you planning to do with all that stuff? Space heater and a hot cup of bogs right now. Here I thought we were going to be doing something fun, like rob a bank or something.
Today, I bumped into someone in the mess hall yapping about a ship carrying a fortune in credits. I know it's usually bullshit, but he seemed to have details. After striking up a conversation, I found out the ship was a Galbank transport named Legacy that went down in some remote system during the war. This is exactly the score I'd been waiting to find. I need to contact Carter to let him know it's time to get off this rock. He'll help the mining detail slip into the utility closet in the ventilation room. That's where we'll dig. Not up, but through. Right to the armory. Carter mentioned that security keeps rotating codes on all the terminals in the lock, so we'll have to coordinate this carefully. For now, we'll continue using his locker in the showers area as a drop point for the code to the utility closet. By this time next month, I should be out of this dump and uploading those creds into my account.
Delgado was right. Criggs must have hit the Galbank transport and stashed away the money or something. We play this right, and we're gonna be filthy stinking rich in no time.